Hello, Sagittarius. This is your tarot reading for March 2025. I am Heather Dawn. Thank you for being here. This is Heather Dawn Tarot. Welcome. March is set to be a very profound month of eclipsing in and out the energies that we need and don't need. And, you know, it's like with eclipse season, we have all done a lot of work to get ourselves to the position that we are at when eclipse season begins, which is on March 14th, with a full moon eclipse in Virgo. We've all done the work to get us to where we're going to be at that point, and eclipse season is the time to step back and let the universe take over. Allow it to, on the 14th with that full moon, eclipse out what needs to be gone. And then on March 29th, we have the new moon solar eclipse in Aries. Profound, ushering, eclipsing in, allowing the new to spring forth. We have spring equinox happening on the 20th, and then Aries season begins on the 21st. So March, I have been talking about this in my readings for so long. March is going to really solidify a lot of things for a lot of people. So let's see what the cards say for you, Sag. What are the big themes in your life that will be coming up? Oh. All right. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and one of my favorite cards, the Four of Swords. It's not like a Sag to really rest, but you have been resting, it feels like. And I don't want to say like you've not been doing anything, because you have. There's something that you've been processing, though, for sure. It feels like a processing of the past. Weighing out the grief and gratitude in a situation. The Four of Swords is allowing yourself to take inventory of what has come before and what is in the present moment now, and just processing. There's a lot of grief, there's a lot of gratitude, there's a lot of just sober realization. And I feel like for March with you, there is this, you're springing forth from that place into a greater idea of purpose in your life with the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, what else? Day-to-day activities, balancing. You also, like, March for you, I feel like you've got very day-to-day action-oriented energy here. There's no major arcana out for you yet. You have the Six of Swords, the Two of Pentacles now coming up. That is spring cleaning. This is pretty straightforward as far as like, this is you trimming the shrubs, right? This is you trimming the metaphorical shrubs of your life. Like, what needs to go? Like, spring cleaning. What needs to go? Doing the daily work. Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, and the Magician. Okay. Love that. That's telling me, like, it's the small things, it's the small tender moments for you that are going to add up into something. That's where the magic is for you. That's how you show up as the magician. It's all the accumulation of taking initiation for your life through self-love, through creativity, through the physicality of your body. Yeah, this is, I mean, you are a fire sign, Sagittarius. You are a fire sign, and at the very core of your reading, you have the Ace of Wands. Now, that could be sexual desire. It's definitely creative potential and passion. And it is like the card for you when you are in your place of power, Sag, because you are the fire sign of action. You are an idea maker. And maybe this is telling me, like, in March, you have an aha moment of an idea that you should definitely go with it. and it feels a little bit like work or financially related somehow, but it is an idea that takes root very fast and has a lot of growth potential. And it's going to set you up to be in a position of manifesting greater possibilities for your life with the Magician here. The most important thing around self-care for you right now is that inventory of the past, finding gratitude in these places that are really uncomfortable. I have a very dear Sag in my life whose parents are, aging, and he recently went to visit, and it's just, there's a lot of grief that goes along with seeing your parents approach the end of their life, right? There's a lot of grief, and then it's coupled with this intense gratitude for all the beauty and just the beautiful memories and precious moments that you have still left with them, or that you have experienced with the people that you love, right? So for you, Sag, there is this really important moment in March where understanding that grief and gratitude go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. You have to have both to realize the power that each of those things holds, if that makes sense. And it puts you in a place of power to fully engage with self-care in a way that you've never really done before. The Magician, he's my favorite card, one of my favorite cards. He has everything that he needs on the table to initiate something new for his life. To me, this feels like a new understanding around your purpose here on this earth, right? But he does have the Ace of Wands, which is potential for creativity and passion and sexuality, and he has the Ace of Pentacles, which is like, oh, I understand the importance of security for my life. And he has the Ace of Swords, which is like, I understand my truth. And the most profound object on the table is this Ace of Cups, which you have. You have the Ace of Cups. You also have the Ace of Wands here. March holds a deep moment of self-care for yourself, very much centered around understanding the powerful potential that grief and gratitude have together to truly create some kind of magic in your life, for you to show up even more in your power as the Magician. Like the Magician, let's talk about him. He does have everything that he needs to create a life of his dreams, but he's also a card of action. He tries everything he can to make whatever he's trying to accomplish happen. And it eventually happens, and when it does, it can feel like a miracle. The Magician is the card of miracles, but it's also like, is it a miracle if you're actually just putting in a ton of effort to make something happen? It's more of like you're showing up and the universe sees you, and it sprinkles that little bit of dust, magic dust on it that makes it finally click, and you're like, it's a miracle. Well, yes, it does feel like a miracle, because something you've always dreamed of is actually finally coming true. You are able to create something. I feel like for March, two very important things are happening for you, Sag. You have a moment where you get a really amazing idea. You should act on that idea. It's something that really will take root and set you up for better money, better security, a better job, something like that. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but run with it. And then the other thing is the Ace of Cups. It's like you truly reach this beautiful alchemical place of understanding the importance of grief and gratitude to go hand in hand together, that allows you to become a miracle worker in your own life somehow. Okay, what is the shadow card for you in this situation in March? Like, what is your deepest work that you are doing? What's the advice here? King of Pentacles. You have the Queen of Pentacles coming out in the golden deck, and then you have the King of Pentacles here. The advice with the King of Pentacles and the shadow work is don't be afraid. Oh, there's a couple of things coming out. I'm going to get another card with this before I say anything. What's the shadow work here? Okay, then you have the Queen of Pentacles coming out. Okay. You have the King and the Queen of Pentacles for your shadow. Don't be afraid to call the shots. That's what I wanted to say. And it's like, I don't know why I was so hesitant. I think because I think what this is like you have a really great idea, and you have a new understanding of self-care and self-love. Like, for you to have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups together, like, you have an aha moment of your self-worth and how important it is for you to act on this really amazing idea that comes to you. And maybe you're in a position of power already, probably in the workplace is what I'm getting, or as the head of a household or something, or like in a place, around money. So it's in the arena of like being in a place of power with whatever provides security for your life. You're already there. And the shadow work for you is that when you get this idea, or that you get this kind of glow up with this Ace of Cups, and you truly embody the power of the magician, and you make some kind of miracle happen in your life, don't play that down. Yeah, don't downplay it, and don't allow anybody, like, don't be intimidated by your own power. You've earned this. And the King and Queen coming out together that is the divine balance of the divine feminine and the divine masculine being balanced within each other to support each other. So like, you trust yourself and don't downplay what you've accomplished. And this idea that you have, run with it, because it's a ticket to success for you. Okay. Love you. Bye, Sag.